Guys, today I will be sharing the recipe for chocolate stout cake, or how to make the chocolate stout cake. This is the cake that I use every time I do fondant cakes. So the ingredients that we need are 2 cups of butter. This is 1.5 cup of cocoa powder and 2 cups of stout beer. I use Guinness beer, which is this one, extra stout. So first thing we need to do is to combine the stout beer and the butter. Then we're gonna melt this on the stove with the heat setting medium to low heat, just like so. Once it starts to simmer, we could add the cocoa powder. I use Dutch processed cocoa powder, by the way. Just keep on whisking until all the cocoa powder is dissolved. And then we will simmer this for about 1 minute. At this point, we can turn off the heat. 4 cups of granulated sugar. 4 cups of all-purpose flour. 4 eggs. 1.5 teaspoon of salt. 1 tablespoon of baking soda. And 1/3 cup of sour cream. First thing we're gonna do is to whisk together the flour, salt, baking soda. Give it a mix. You can sift this if you want. Then we can add the sugar. Then give it a mix. And then we will set this aside. I transfer the mixture into a bigger bowl so it's easier to mix. Now we will set this aside and we're going to move on to the next step. So I've got the 4 eggs in here, and then I will add the sour cream. Then we will mix this. We'll set this aside for a while, and then we're going to move on to the next step. So this is now the stout chocolate mixture that has cooled down. Now we're going to add the egg sour cream mixture into this. And then finally, we will add the flour mixture. Just fold or mix all the ingredients until they are well combined. And this is now ready. We're gonna divide this into the prepared pans. So I have 2 8-inch round cake pan in here and 2 6-inch round cake pans that I put paper liners at the bottom and grease the sides with butter. Now it is important to grease this with butter on the side. Then divide the butter equally. Then we will bake this in a preheated oven at 170 degrees Celsius until when you insert the toothpick in the middle and the toothpick comes out clean. And this is what it looks like after baking. And just to make the top flat, I normally flip this upside down as well. I will let this cool down completely, and then I will wrap this with cling wrap like 4 times and then put it in the fridge. Usually, I would bake this cake the night before and then ice it the next day, which I will show you in the next clip. When you make the cake, it is also wise to prepare the ganache or make the ganache the night before because it needs time to set as well. So the recipe for the ganache that I will be using is, this is 600 ml of thickened cream and 1,800 grams of dark baking chocolate. So I will just be using the microwave to melt the chocolate. So just add the cream into the chocolate. Make sure that the chocolate is covered by the cream. And then we will put this in the microwave for a minute. After a minute in the microwave, so you can see now I'm shaking it. But don't mix it straight away. Just shake it for a little bit. Now you can see that the chocolate is starting to melt. I will place this back in the microwave for another 30 seconds. And this is what it looks like after 30 seconds in the microwave. Give it a shake again. At this point, you can start mixing. So basically, the recipe for the ganache is 1 part cream to 2 parts of chocolate. So remember that it doesn't have to be 1,800 or 600 mils of cream. You can always change it to what ratio you have. What you're looking for here is for the chocolate to be smooth, no more lumps of or chunks of chocolate. So if you find that there is still some chunks of chocolate, put it back in the microwave for another 30 seconds. For me, this is now ready, so I'll cover it with cling wrap and put it in the fridge to set overnight. So I just cut the dome of the cake, so when you put the second layer, it will be flat. And now this is the ganache that has set overnight. You can see how hard it is. Then you will put this back in the microwave for about 30 seconds just to soften it up. I am using the ganache as a filling of the cake as well. If the ganache, while doing this, gets hard again, you can put it back in the microwave for another 30 seconds. Or maybe less than that. Then put the second layer on top. Now, all you need to do here is to cover the cake with the ganache.